Well, a Dallas-based biotech company reached a new milestone in its quest to bring back the woolly mammoth. This is the woolly mouse.
Has the humble mouse brought us one step closer to resurrecting the famous woolly mammoth? Well, I know it might sound like something out of a futuristic adventure movie in Hollywood, but thanks to the innovative and incredible work by Colossal Biosciences, a US biotechnology company, the idea of bringing back one of the Earth's most iconic Ice Age giants is moving closer to reality. In a groundbreaking experiment, scientists have used gene editing to transform ordinary mice into woolly mice that display traits similar to those of the long-extinct mammoths. This extraordinary research is opening the door to a future where the mighty mammoth might once again roam the Earth. Now, to fully appreciate the scope and the magnitude of this scientific experiment, let's take a quick trip back in time. The woolly mammoth roamed the Earth during the Pleistocene era, a period stretching from about 2.6 million years ago until roughly 11,700 years ago. I mean, imagine a world filled with glaciers, rugged landscapes, and giant animals adapted to extreme cold. Well, woolly mammoths were the true masters of this icy realm. They were built to handle the harsh conditions with thick, shaggy coats, layers of fat for insulation, and enormous curved tusks that could be as long as 10 feet. These majestic creatures stood up to 12 feet tall at the shoulder and weighed between 6 and 8 tons, making them the true giants of their time. So, how exactly do scientists plan to bring back an animal that has been extinct for literally thousands of years? Well, the answer lies in a technology called CRISPR. CRISPR is like a pair of molecular scissors that allows researchers to cut and edit specific parts of an organism's DNA with remarkable precision. In the case of the Woolly Mammoth project, scientists have focused on only a handful of genes responsible for traits such as fur thickness, hair length, and fat metabolism. Now, by tweaking these genes, they hope to recreate the features that helped mammoths survive in those ancient icy climates. Colossal Biosciences have taken this technology one step further by experimenting with mice. They identified 9 key genes linked to the cold weather adaptations seen in mammoths, and by inserting these genes into the DNA of mice, the researchers were able to produce animals with thicker, woollier fur and modified fat storage, traits that echo the adaptations of the woolly mammoth. Now, this experiment isn't about turning mice into mini mammoths, although that would be funny and cute at the same time. It's a vital first step in proving that the genetic changes needed for mammoth-like traits can indeed be achieved in living creatures. Using mice in this kind of research is really a smart move. Mice are small, they reproduce quickly, and are well understood by scientists, making them ideal for early-stage experiments. In Colossal Biosciences' experiment, the genetically modified mice displayed noticeable changes. Their fur grew thicker and more insulating, much like the protective coat of a woolly mammoth. While these mice will remain mice and not tiny mammoths, they serve as a proof of concept that important mammoths' traits can be introduced into living animals' genetic makeup. This breakthrough gives researchers the confidence to take the next bold step, transferring these gene edits into the cells of an Asian elephant, the closest living relative of the mammoth. The ultimate goal is to create an elephant-mammoth hybrid that possesses the hardiness and cold-adapted features of its ancient ancestor. I mean, imagine a creature with the size and the presence of an elephant, but with a thick woolly coat and long, curved tusks reminiscent of a mammoth. Such a creature could potentially help restore lost ecosystems and even play a massive role in combating climate change by literally transforming the landscape it inhabits. You see, the idea of de-extinction might seem like science fiction, but there are practical reasons behind this ambitious project. Proponents argue that reintroducing a species with the ecological role of the woolly mammoth could indeed help restore ancient habitats. You see, during the Pleistocene, mammoths played a massive role in the maintaining of the mammoth steppe, vast grasslands that were essential for the balance of their ecosystems. And so reintroducing mammoth-like creatures might help convert frozen tundra back into vibrant grasslands. These changes could improve the land's ability to trap carbon dioxide, potentially mitigating some effects of global warming. On top of these environmental benefits, there's also the huge element of excitement and curiosity. I mean, the thought of seeing a living, breathing mammoth, or at least a hybrid with mammoth features, really does spark the imagination. And I think it's an inspiring blend of modern technology and ancient history, a reminder of how far science has come and how much it can achieve when we dare to dream big and think outside the box. Now, despite the excitement, the path to reviving the woolly mammoth is full of challenges. I mean, one major hurdle is the literal complexity of the mammoth's genetic traits. The adaptations that made mammoths so resilient in icy climates thousands of years ago are the result of many genes all working together in a finely tuned system. And replicating this intricate network in an elephant's genome is no small feat. It requires not only precise editing, but also a deep understanding of how these genes interact during development. Another challenge is the obvious one, an ethical one. Many scientists and conservationists question whether resources should really be spent on reviving extinct species when so many of today's animals are at risk of disappearing themselves. There are concerns about the well-being of any hybrid animals that might be produced, as well as the broader impact on existing ecosystems. Reintroducing a species that disappeared thousands and thousands of years ago could lead to unforeseen consequences. Remind you of any movie? It's a delicate balance between pushing the boundaries of science and ensuring that nature's intricate web is not disrupted. The research by Colossal Biosciences is part of a larger movement in de-extinction, a field that aims to bring back lost species using advanced genetic tools. Other projects have looked at reviving creatures like the passenger pigeon or even the famous dodo bird. But what sets the woolly mammoth project apart is its potential ecological impact. The idea isn't just to create a biological curiosity, but to restore a piece of our planet's natural heritage that could have positive environmental effects. Moreover, the techniques developed during this research could also pave the way for other conservation efforts. For instance, similar gene editing methods might help strengthen endangered species against diseases or changing climates. In this way, de-extinction research isn't just about looking backwards, but it's also about using our genetic knowledge to help secure a more resilient future for all life on Earth. So has the humble mouse brought us one step closer to resurrecting the woolly mammoth? Well, in many ways, yes. But I really think before they create a full-sized mammoth, they should really think about creating a mouse-sized mini mammoth, tusks and all, just to be on the safe side.